The coach did his best, putting into consideration the team that he came to meet. He did his best. It was for the guys to go in there and prove themselves. Because obviously, immediately they removed Osime, it's like they stripped them naked. They didn't know what to do again. How can you people, how can they make it so obvious that immediately Osime left, they all looked like they just didn't know what to do? They all, like it was very, very, clear. And it seemed like the DRC guys realized this immediately and they started firing from all cylinders. They started, pushing hard, they started, pressing. They were the better side. They were the better side and they deserved this win. You see, I practically saw a team that had no confidence just because Victor Osimhen wasn't there. And that is really disturbing. You see, because of the urgency of this matter, no earrings, no makeup, I could not even walk from the bed to the studio where I do my recording. Like, I'm so heartbroken. A Super Eagles telling me that they cannot build a team outside Osime. Like, make it make sense. Immediately they removed Osime, it looked like they didn't know what to do again. They all looked confused. The midfield was just in shambles. Everybody was just disorganized. Haba. Well, the dream to go to the World Cup 2026 has been dashed. So they have to wait for another 4 years. Is that what you guys wanted? I'm talking about the Super Eagles. Why did you guys bring us this far and then dashed our hopes? Like, I think, no, I wouldn't say that it would have been better. See, my window is open. Nobody should just stay behind to know. I'm mourning. Just leave me. Anyhow you see this recording, just take it. Like, I'm heartbroken. I just needed to talk to you people so that I will float what is in my head, what is in my mind. Like, it's heavy. I really wished these guys, I really wished they advanced. They didn't play this game like they needed it. Honestly, I still watch the game the normal way I watch Nigerian Super Eagles, crucial matches like this. You just watch, you move your eyes, you like, they just didn't play like what we saw during Gabon, what we saw during Benin Republic when they played against Benin Republic. It wasn't there. Or is this Osime FC and we are thinking this is Super Eagles? I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, I really was rooting for these guys. I had hopes. After they showed some kind of hunger for it in the last two games, I thought they were going to get somewhere. If for nothing, let us not even get let's not be, biased. DRC played like they wanted this. And they got it. However, they got the job done, they got the job done. And to think that Super Eagles started off well. When they scored that first goal, I was like, hey, can they just give another like two and then end it? How can you start so well? How can you score first and then end up like this? And somehow, in as much as we blame Mwabali, he's, jai, ja, 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 but he actually played his part during the penalty. He did his job. Saved the crucial ones he had to save. It was the guys. Look at Ajayi, look at Moses, look at the weak penalties they took, for goodness sake. Like, Haba, why did they do this to themselves? You see, we will sit down when the World Cup starts. We will watch those we want to watch. We will still watch the game regardless. But you see, Super Eagles, you guys, for your career, you needed to be there. However, you just have to be there. And now, obviously, you're not going to be there. You're not going to be there. Like, if you ask me, you guys blew this game away. That you practically threw it away. This one is. Let me do something about it. Just hold on a bit. So yeah, it is what it is. I really looked forward to seeing these guys at the World Cup because in the last two games they actually showed some kind of prospect. See, I don't even know what to say. Nigerians are all disappointed because they actually thought these guys were going to um, you know get somewhere. So my main concern really is like we don't have a team outside Osimhen, and that is very disturbing. That should be our concern because AFCON starts next month, and this is the team that is going to play it. This is the team we're going to rely on to play it. So we're just not ready. We immediately took off Osimhen. Till now, a lot of people are asking why. Like, he didn't look like he had a serious injury. We don't know why. But removing him maybe was for the best. For maybe I would only think that it was more of like health reasons. Because Nigerians are still asking, why? Why did they remove him? Because it's at that point, I'm sure a lot of Nigerians realized that we were done for. You see, I practically saw a team that had no confidence just because Victor Osimhen wasn't there. And that is really disturbing. So yeah, it is what it is. We are out and we look forward to another 4 years. If you ask me for the coach, he should remain. Yes. This is not the time to start fishing for another coach. Yeah. It's even the, changing coach from one, like as if you're changing diaper, that brought us to where we are today. So we can't even afford to keep changing. Eric Sekushel, whether you like it or not, because I've said it in my previous videos that irrespective of the outcome, where this guy, I'm talking about the coach, met the team and he brought them to this level, this is his first loss. And you see, you would say, okay, this is not the result we needed, but this guy has been doing he has been doing well for the team. So like I said, this may not be the result that we all wanted to see, but if you ask me, the coach did his best. Putting into consideration the team that he came to meet, he did his best. It was for the guys to go in there and prove themselves. Because obviously, immediately they removed Osimhen, it's like they stripped them naked. They didn't know what to do again. How can you people, how can they make it so obvious that immediately Osimhen left, they all looked like they just didn't know what to do? They all, like, it was very, very, clear. And it seemed like the DRC guys realized this immediately and they started firing from all cylinders. They started, pushing hard. They started, pressing. They were the better side. They were the better side and they deserved this win. That they didn't even score more than the one that they scored, like the ended draw. It was just the grace of God. Nwabali had his moment of, that what was wrong with him, but he proved himself during the penalties. He did. It was just the takers of our penalties that messed us up. That's the truth. They messed us up. Like, that penalty was just so weak. Like, guys, man, I really had high hopes for this, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. The last two games they played, I actually saw prospect, but obviously it was Osimhen that was the game. It wasn't the Super Eagles because the moment they removed him, it showed. And all those while they were playing the qualifiers to get to this point, all the games that Osimhen didn't play, those were the games that we had big problems. Those were the games that, made us to get to the situation where we had to now be, settle for playoffs. I didn't for once think that DRC was going to be a walkover. No, I didn't, because when I watched their previous games, when I watched the game against their game against Cameroon, I knew that they were not going to be a pushover because they are like physical. They are like they are very strong. They have stamina. Immediately, our guys got tired. It looked like that was when they became more, energetic and depressed further. So yeah, it is what it is. No World Cup for Nigeria for another World Cup here. Nigeria didn't go for the last World Cup, so that means for two World Cups, now Nigeria is not going to be there. That is really sad. That is really sad. Because in another 4 years, this crop of players, and even Osimhen, if Osimhen is no longer in form in another 4 years is a long time. If he's not in form, he won't be there in another 4 years. Right? So some of these guys now, they've denied themselves opportunity to be at the World Cup. So they may not experience World Cup in their lifetime. The only people who have been to World Cup in this crop of players now, the only three of them, I always mention them. It will be Ekong and I think Ndidi. Yeah, they're the only ones that have been to the World Cup. So I really wanted more of them to go to World Cup. Even Osimhen. If Osimhen is not in top form in another 4 years, that means Osimhen, with all his achievements, didn't even smell the World Cup. That would be very, very terrible. Oh. Honestly, that would be terrible. Anyway, um, AFCON starts next month. We use that one to hold body now. What can we do? Hmm? Just use that one to hold body. That's my baby running behind. TT. So yeah, we use that one to hold body now. AFCON. I know that those who have the agenda to throw Nigeria, they will be firing from all cylinders now. You hear them say agenda delayed is not denied. So go to go to the go to social media. All of them are blasting. I know that it was really the whole of Africa against Nigeria. So there is nothing new. It was expected that that was how it was going to be. But I really wish that Nigeria, the Super Eagles, I really wish they shut them up. Yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. Well done, regardless, to the boys. I know that they really wish to be at the World Cup, but it's safe to say that their best wasn't good enough, at least for this very crucial match. So yeah, that's what it is. Anyway, guys, what do you think? Let's continue in the comment section, okay? I'll see you again in my next video. Bye.